Hi there and welcome to Wine with Andy and to another wine tips video. Now, the subject of this video is how to use a wine glass. That might seem a bit of a funny subject because, everybody knows how to use a glass, right? You put liquid in, you take liquid out, job's a good one. Well, there are of course a few pitfalls that you might come across along the way, and there are correct ways of doing things and less correct ways of doing things. How much that matters? Well, it doesn't really matter. If people want to frown at you for doing the wrong thing, that's on them, not on you. But there are some things that you should do and shouldn't do for very good reasons. Now, here's my wine glass. I've mentioned in a previous wine tips video about the shape of the wine glass, so you can refer to that if you are wondering why this shape. I'm going to fill it up. So I've got a bottle of water, not wine, but it's the best we can do right now. I'm going to fill it up, and where am I going to stop? Well, I'm going to stop at the widest part of the glass. I'm not going to fill it up right to the brim. I'm not going to pour a tiny, measly little pour in the bottom. And the reason I'm doing that is because that gives the biggest surface area of wine for all of those important flavours to evaporate from. So you get more coming into the air inside the glass, and that means it's easier for me to smell what's going on in the wine. And, if I drink that, I can always refill it. I don't need to have a full glass, it's fine. So, once you've filled up your glass, you'll want to pick it up and drink from it. But how do we do that? Well, it can be tempting to just go ahead and grab it like that. Works fine, right? Well, yes, it works fine from the point of view of getting the liquid from the glass into your mouth. But there's two reasons that that's not ideal. One is that the warmth from your hand, if you're holding it like this for any kind of extended period, the warmth from your hand will change the temperature of the wine. Now, in many cases you might not mind that too much, but for a white wine that really needs to be at a nice chilled temperature to be drunk and appreciated to the full, then you would want the wine to stay at that temperature. Equally, a red wine, you can drink at room temperature, but it doesn't want to be body temperature, 37 degrees Celsius. It wants to be room temperature. So you don't want to be heating it up too much. And that's exactly what you're going to be doing if you're holding it like this. The heat is going to be being transferred from my fingers into the liquid. And we don't want to avoid that. The other reason that this is less than ideal is more of an aesthetic one, and that's if I keep on doing this, I'm going to get grubby fingerprints all over the glass, which doesn't look great. That's less of an important reason, to be honest, but still valid. So the correct way to hold a wine glass is to pick it up by the stem. So grab onto this bit and pick it up like that. You can use your finger to support it nicely, and you can sort of sip it, you can swirl it, all is well. You might occasionally see people wandering around at parties holding it like this, using the bottom. That's a bit weird, to be honest, because it makes putting it down much more difficult, but fine, whatever. You're at least not getting your grubby paw prints all over the glass, and you're not warming up the wine, so that's fine. Don't bother with them. But the stem is the easiest way. Well, I hope that's been informative. I'd say cheers, but it's bad luck with water, isn't it?